The footage from last time I checked it, I kind of skimmed it, and you could hear the audio. You know, that's good.
We're definitely keeping that in, right?
Yes, maybe, I don't know. Why be easy when you can just die? I'm Chewy Mew, and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video, where today, me and Mr. L are again hanging out and talking about figures and, you know, pretty much whatever we want to. And so, there's some audio glitches and some stuff here and there, and there's also a lot of footage of us just talking about the Hasbro, the Marvel Legends reveals where they released, they show off, like, some stuff, and so we made fun of that for a little bit, and this conversation kind of trailed off into something completely different, where, we're talking about X-Men figures, so that's kind of where this video starts off, so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not collecting, like, that many X-Men. Like, I'm not going, like, many X-Men figures. I'm just collecting, like, the main, like, characters because I want... My goal for my whole display, you know, the one that's above my desk with Captain America and everyone else, my whole goal for that is to turn it into, like, that big, giant Marvel banner that you'd see at, like, Hobby Lobby or whatever. That's my end goal, just to make, like, one big frame of every single hero that I could get.
Like, the one you're talking about in Hobby Lobby, I feel like I've seen that one, where Spider-Man's kind of in that, like, it's kind of like in this kind of pose a little bit. Kind of like that.
Yeah. You know, with the blue background.
And the fun fact, I think that art is actually, it's from, like, the 2006 Toy Biz era of, like, Spider-Man packaging.
Yeah, it's been like that for, since 2006. Like, those eyes, they kind of remind me from the movie, like these, but except the bottom is more round. To me, that was always Spider-Man to me. Instead of, like, the big eyes kind of like these, that's in, like, from recent time when I started really seeing that as Spider-Man, because before, it was only this.
I do have, like, 3 Spider-Man figures that have kind of, like, the Bagley eyes. They're vaguely. This is, like, Manga Spider-Man here, which they're not really vaguely, they're just, like, insane, like, for the anime eyes, I guess. Those are crazy. That's a really cool head sculpt. I wish you could put it on, like, another figure for, like, an Ultimate Spider-Man kind of custom.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen Spoon Dude?
I think I've heard the name, but I've never watched any of his videos.
Dude, you need to check out his custom Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Venom. He did a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man custom, too. I'll send you the channel. It's so cool. Yeah, shout out to Spoon Dude.
Here is an Abomination figure.
Oh, well.
It's too big and it doesn't peg in. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorites. Spoilers.
I want to get that figure too for my Spider-Verse.
To hold up a Green Goblin glider. Because the wheels, they roll on their own, so if I put this, it kind of keeps it in place. And also, shout out to Punisher's trench coat.
Oh, is that from the... Is that the one from the 2-pack?
The Urban Legends box set.
Oh, no, that's when I one had the Spider-Man figure I like.
Yeah, Spider-Man. And the Punisher's also a custom, believe it or not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Is that Agent Venom?
No.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
It's a more modern-ish character, but it's not... what's his face? Agent Venom?
I still can't believe that Flash became a host for Symbiote.
How they kind of did that with Eddie Brock too, where they made him Anti-Venom.
I never knew of I didn't know of Anti-Venom until Edge of Time. They were like, who the hell's Anti-Venom?
I don't think I ever finished playing that game.
Didn't you post a walkthrough about it?
No, that was Shattered Dimensions. That one's amazing.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Which one was it? Edge of Shadows, right?
No, I did Web of Shadows, and then Shattered Dimensions, and Edge of Time I'm probably not going to play it because I don't like the way it looks. I stopped playing it because I didn't like how... It felt like a step back from, like... And it was a 3DS... Or no, the 3DS game was like a console. The DS one, it felt like a Game Boy game. Or like a Game Boy Advance game. It didn't feel like a DS game.
Ugh.
I mean, it didn't look bad, but it didn't look like DS kind of quality. It looked like you could run it on the Game Boy.
Yeah, I was confused which games you did do a walkthrough of. Above my bed, and I got whacked in the face by Hulk. It hurt. I just threw him across the room because I was so upset.
Yeah, mine is below my bed. Because I have a loft bed. You know, if I didn't have a loft bed, I wouldn't have any space for anything. Because with how big because it's like a bed. You can see that's like the underside of the mattress. And the desk goes like all the way across the table here. Don't look at that. Yeah, it goes across the whole table. You know, actually, I already showed off this Scarlet Spider custom on accident in a Sailor Moon figure review, and I even put like an image in post on top of him saying, "Don't look at this! Don't look at this! It's spoilers."
I think it's because it was. I think no one watches my videos when it goes off topic too. The most views that get, or thing that gets views most, are reviews and display videos. If I try something else, it doesn't really get that many views because that's not what I subscribed for.
The weird thing is the Sailor Moon review actually got like 52 views. So people do like Sailor Moon reviews. They just don't like to admit it.
They're in denial. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Sailor Moon was one of the first animes I watched with my brother. I still quote one episode to this day when I'm hungry. That you couldn't even save me a crumb. Serena, snap out of it. I'll give you some orange juice.
I don't remember that.
Please, food. I need food. Sorry, I just finished my lunch. Forget yours? That's twice this week now. Silly. You didn't even leave me a crumb. Sabrina, stay with me. I'll give you some orange juice.
The only reason I ended up, I rented it on VHS, it was, the first, I think 4 or 5 episodes. It was, the original Deke dub, whereas I thought it was pronounced Dick until I figured out that's something different. And I watched it because there was this girl at school that had a Sailor Moon backpack, and I was like, oh, that looks cool, what is that? And she told me it was Sailor Moon, I was like, Mom, can we rent this? And she was like, I mean, I guess. But yeah, I kind of liked it also because I thought they were cute too. That was, the main selling point at first. So then I kept watching it, and I got basically every figure.
Oh well. I always think that when I put something out and it doesn't get as much, I always think to myself, well, doesn't matter if everyone else likes it, I like it. I'm weird like that. I say it's my art. As long as I enjoy it, that's all that really matters to me.
Yeah, quick question. Do you think that the MCU is dead past phase 3, past Infinity War?
Yeah. I kind of stopped caring after Infinity War. Do you think it's dead?
No. I think it's still going strong. Yeah, in my opinion, I think it's still going strong, especially after San Diego Comic-Con, after everything they announced, like Avengers Secret Wars.
Like a movie?
Yeah, they're doing the Secret Wars. That's gonna be their next Endgame.
Isn't that the one where or I'm thinking something else? The one where they go to an alternate planet or something?
And they all get they all have to do battle.
And Spider-Man gets the black suit. But they kind of messed it up because, he gets it from Venom, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I kind of, after, I feel, for me personally, I feel like it kind of went downhill after Infinity War. Because I kind of liked Endgame, but they put way too many jokes. I don't think it was, I'm not going to say I thought it was funny, I think it was just, dumb, how much they goof around. So I was because I saw the new She-Hulk trailer and it feels like it's gonna be goofy again like that. You know how we were talking about how I don't like very dark and gritty kind of movies? I also don't like goofy movies, so I want in between.
Yeah, what's a good in between? Between kind of dark and kind of goofy, but not too dark and not too goofy.
Spider-Man 2, I feel like most of the Raimi trilogy kind of has that. Nailed the dark parts and the comedic, but it doesn't feel forced. Because they have the raindrops keep falling on my head, that musical sequence. That's really good, but then immediately it's followed up by something dark where he realizes that if he's not Spider-Man, people are going to be screwed. They make the tones work really good, but the MCU feels like they're making it just comedy. Feels like I'm watching Dumb and Dumber, but without the practical effects. And I've done a research and seen videos and stuff before that's saying the budget they use on CGI, they could just make all that stuff practically. Like how the Amazing Spider-Man, did you know the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, they had an entire lot turned into like a miniature city that cars would actually drive on?
Seriously?
Yeah, everything you saw, they built kind of like a miniature city in one of the studio lots. Barely any of it is actually green screen or CGI. Only some the lizard is CGI because you can't really do that practically.
Mutated lizards are expensive.
Oh yeah, I've tried getting one. It's Nah, it's not gonna work. And even like the Amazing Spider-Man lizard figure is crazy expensive too. It's like $90 for that sucker.
I can't, because then again I'd have to sell a limb and my blood and maybe a kidney just to get it.
Just donate plasma.
What's that?
Plasma, it's like something that's in blood. It's just as important for blood, and you can donate that.
I failed science. So
Also, in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, Morbius is trying to drink plasma, not blood. Because apparently you can't say blood in a 90s kids cartoon. Yeah, I've always just liked practical stuff more than CGI. Even though if CGI looks convincing, I'd rather see like frickin' cars get destroyed than see like a CGI car get, destroyed.
Dark Knight, I don't know if you've seen that one, but the part where Joker blows up the hospital, it actually blew up a hospital. Again, in the Dark Knight, when the car was flipped, that was practical, not CGI.
They would even have like the camera stuck to like that. Have you seen that thing where it's like looks like a kind of like a, it looks like a car except it only has like a camera mounted on it where they have it like following the car.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's CGI stuff, and the thing is, it ends up costing like about the same. Like destroying like 6 cars in real life is probably like the same price as like CGIing the same thing. You get to destroy cars, like in the Spider-Man 3 fight, the Black Suit versus Sandman, when they're fighting in the sewers and Peter rips that pipe thing that floods with water. That was a practical thing too.
And that explains why that shot looks so good.
Like in Spider-Man No Way Home, they did have some practical effects, but still a lot of it was CGI.
Beast in X-Men 3, that was practical makeup and actual prosthetics that they used, and then in like the later movies they use CGI most of the time.
I'm not a fan of characters that are like, because Beast is always looks like that, so like an entire movie where it looks CGI, it's just not very good. Wasn't the last one that he was practical was what was the one where I think it was First Class?
It was First Class.
In Lord of the Rings too, all the monsters and stuff, that was all practical. Except for like dragons, which you can't, again, you can't buy dragons, they're not cheap.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
I've seen them and they're a little bit boring. They're like 4 hours long and a lot of it is kind of just them walking around. They also, I think they shot all of them back to back too.
I didn't know it was going to be that successful.
I guess they just kind of hoped. Because it was based off of a very popular book series, so it's kind of... It's like with Harry Potter too, how Harry Potter was going to do great.
So this came with my X-Men X3 gene, and I have to ask, was this the Spider-Man game you were talking about last time?
Oh no, that's Battle for New York. That game sucks.
Yeah, this is the one you were saying that was terrible, right?
It's horrible, yeah. Yeah, it's that one.
Because they're both on Nintendo and Game Boy.
Yeah, that game's horrible. The DS one is a little bit better, but it's not. No. Also, I like the Game Boy one more just because it's sprites instead of like 3D models. And Spider-Man looks really lanky in that. He's too skinny.
Yeah, I know he's like supposed to be the ultimate version, but still.
It's a bit much. He kind of has like Squidward proportions.
Squidward proportions. But look what else is in the front.
Hey! Spider-Man Origins.
You reviewed that one already, right?
Yeah, I reviewed almost all of those on that page, except for the Spider-Man on the top left, the one to his right, and then the one right below him. Yeah.
I don't know directions. Were these 3?
Yeah, those 3. Because the Black Suit Spider-Man, that was my first Black Suit Spider-Man ever, and he's actually right here. He's kind of messed up. And then the Mysterio, I have the Toy Biz version. I have that Dr. Octopus, except mine is customized to look like the more classic suit. I have the Toy Biz version of that Lizard. The Venom there is my first Venom ever, except it's the Toy Biz version. And then I have the 2008 re-release of that Rhino. And the Demo Goblin, I have that one too.
Oh, you're so lucky. I really want that Mysterio. I know the Hasbro one looks good, but that one just hits different.
That one is the Hasbro one.
Oh, that is the Hasbro one?
Yeah.
I thought that was the Toy Biz re-release.
Yeah, that's the Toy Biz re-release, but it's the Hasbro one. Oh no.
Is it different?
That's the Dark Ages, that page right there. Those are the Dark Ages.
What, these Spider-Man figures?
Yeah, the quality on those feels so cheap. Like I have the Green Goblin and the Spider-Man on the bottom of the page, and the quality feels so cheap compared to the Toy Biz ones.
Oh, well, that's Hasbro for you. You know, using cheaper plastic.
Like it just feels like cheapy, you know? Like have you ever like held a Captain America shield? Like how that feels kind of cheaper than like the plastic of the figure?
Yes.
Except the entire figure feels like that.
Oh.
And they raised the prices. Those were $10.
Oh, to collect back then.
$10 was a ripoff. I was like 7 when those came out, and I thought, Mom, this is a ripoff. Why are they so expensive? And they were $10. So that kind of shows how like cheapy I am. The $10 is a lot for a toy. Like I wouldn't pay $10 for this thing.
Yeah, no, this is more like a $5 thing. $5 cheap pack, to be honest.
But that Green Goblin, it does have a better neck joint than the Toy Biz version. But that's because they retooled it a bunch. But it's still, the quality feels so cheap. Oh, those are the 12-inch ones.
Yeah, I had that black suit. I still have that black suit in a box, and I had that Iron Spider.
I never bought any of those because I didn't like the scale. That they didn't fit with the other figures. Oh no, those are 8 inches.
Yeah, these are 8-inch figures. I still have yeah, like I said, I still have the black suit one in a box somewhere. But I remember I wanted that one because I was obsessed with Spider-Man 3 at the time, and I wanted a black suit and a regular suit together.
Yeah.
You know, hanging up like that.
I remember seeing all of those at KB Toys, but they were too big that I didn't care. But I did have that that splooge in a can there.
Yeah, this you had which one?
Like the web fluid refill.
Oh, you just had that one.
And I also had I didn't have like the actual like the web shooter gun for it that's on the top, but I did have the one that has like those discs on it in the middle of the page. Except I had the Spider-Man 2 version, so it was just repainted like Spider-Man 2 colors. Again, Hasbro repaint. Because those
they repaint a lot of shit.
those are Toy Biz toys. Those were made for Spider-Man 1 and 2.
I remember I had this one because I remember seeing that in my bathroom for some reason in the cabinet, and I loved that glove. Yeah, I was a weird child. I was obsessed with the glove.
There was this one.
Superhero Squad.
Oh, I don't like Superhero Squad.
I grew up watching that. You know, when I found out that there were more heroes other than
Spider-Man. I didn't like it. To me, it feels like what the MCU is becoming. Just over-the-top goofiness that, like, it doesn't need to be there. Also, they have too many fart jokes. Like, grow up, you 3-year-olds. I haven't watched it since, like... I actually never watched it. I saw like, a commercial for it with some kind of DVD movie or whatever, and I was like, that looks stupid. I'm not gonna watch it. But I did buy the DS game for it, which the DS game is pretty cool, except... it's kind of stupid too. The DS game sucks. Kind of. It's okay. It's like a fighter game. It's like a fighting game. It's just really bad. The only way to find out is by playing it, and I don't suggest playing it. So.
I'll take your word for it.
And also, here's the Mysterio bulb.
Here's some other things that came in here. Just Hasbro Legends. Well, some of them are considered Toy Biz, but because they body.
Yeah, that's the Beast there. I remember seeing the Beast, and I remember seeing that Iron Man in stores, and I thought the Iron Man looked stupid, so I didn't want to buy it. And also, it was like $12. So, you know, get out of here.
Hopefully I can find that Beast for my movie X-Men, because I want to build up my movie X-Men. Here, there's another page next to it.
Oh dear.
More. That Wolverine.
Face is kind of weird on that guy.
That one's the only good one because they're using a Toy Biz body. That's the Bullseye, right?
I don't think so. Does it have butterfly joints?
Yeah.
Oh, so I think that's I don't know which figure used it first, but I think it also was used with Moon Knight because there's Moon Knight. It's kind of like the Bucky cap of Toy Biz a little bit, except you know better.
The rest is perfect to me. I'm hoping to get that one too.
I don't know much about Yellow Jacket either, so... but you know, if I were to find him at a yard sale, like for $1, I'd probably buy it, but I wouldn't... You know, I wouldn't buy it on purpose. Also, that She-Hulk, the body, fun fact, but there was a... Are you familiar with the Toy Biz Legendary Heroes wave?
Legendary Heroes.
When Toy Biz lost the license to make Marvel figures, they started making other comic book characters, and they made 2 waves. One of them was, or both of them were Legendary Heroes, and there was this one woman, her name was Anna O'Brien, and that She-Hulk body, Hasbro kind of copied it. Like, they copied the design of it, or like the mold of it, because Hasbro didn't have rights to the mold, but they kind of copied it. Except the Toy Biz one is better. That's gonna have to do that one right there.
Oh. Yeah, I can see where they copied it.
The only issue with that, which I think that's a pretty good like female body, because the articulation, it's basically Toy Biz articulation, what you expect from Toy Biz. The problem is it's like she's too tall. Like she's like about like 6.5 inches, so she's taller than like most figures. So it wouldn't work for like a small woman, you know.
Check this out.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea they made Ghost Rider figures.
I think Toy Biz worked on those. Because they have kind of Toy Biz style like bodies. I think Toy Biz worked on those, but then Hasbro took over, so they pretty much just released them.
Yeah, I think that's probably what happened, because there's no way Hasbro did this back then or now
or ever. Like they tried with the Spider-Man 3 wave, but they made them short. So I didn't buy any of them because I thought that was dumb. You know, I would have like probably every Spider-Man 3 figure if they released them in 6 inches. Because actually, it's a story I want to make for a separate video, but I'll just tell you really quick. I basically I would do chores and stuff, and I didn't get like salary like my mom would, or not salary. What's it called?
Allowance.
Oh yeah, allowance. I never got that. I never got like money, but my mom would be like, all right, so if you do this, I'll buy you something at the end of the week or whatever. So I made a deal with her, because I saw a catalog that said these figures were coming out, I think in like July or like around the summertime. And I told my mom, I think it was like, I don't remember what point it was, but it was before that. There was like 2 months in between, and I told my mom, so what if I work for like 3 months straight, doing my chores like normal, but instead of like buying one thing in a week, you just buy me like all 15 of these figures? And she was like, I mean, I guess. So I bought all 15 of them. Like, I took, like, most of the shelf there, and they were all unique figures. And I got home, and I opened up Black Suit Spider-Man because I was most excited for that. And I put him next to this guy, and I noticed the Black Suit Spider-Man was, like, to his shoulder right here. And I started crying. I was like, Mom, they're too short. They're too small. She was like, well, that's okay. Like, you have enough of them that it kind of, like... They kind of blend, and I was like, I don't like these, let's take them back. So we took all of them back, because they were too small, and I regret it now, because these suckers are expensive.
That's a sad story. That's a very sad story.
Yeah.
One figure, but... Yeah, probably just one figure, because I lost the faceplate to it, and I, like, regret it.
Oh.
Just this one, Iron Man.
Oh, that one's great! Oh,
Really?
that's lovely.
I'll probably put him on like a first appearance shelf or something, just to put him on, you know?
Yeah. I have like, cause like, my room is pretty much just Spider-Man, but there's this one shelf right here I kinda need to fix. But it's like just, like, not Spider-Man figures, like Fantastic Four, and this frickin' Doctor Doom here.
Oh, that one's
I kind of want to sell it, because I'm going to be honest, I could probably scalp people for it, so I think I might have to do that.
Oh, you're a scalper?
I'm not opposed to doing it. I've done it before, like with the Retro Shocker. I bought like 4 of them, and then I sold 3 of them. I was going to sell all 4 of them, but then after, you know, selling the other 3, I kind of made profit off of it, and I still got to keep one. And I was going to do that. Yesterday, I went to Walmart, and they had like pretty much... They had like most of the Thor and Love and Thunder figures, And my Walmart, they lowered the price of everything in the toy aisle because no one buys them there. And I was thinking, hey, what if I buy these figures? And I was like, I should buy the entire thing and sell them online for a lot of money, but no one's selling like those figures for a lot of money. So it wasn't worth it. I probably might never watch it, or maybe I will like a year from now and just watch it like online for free on one of those websites. Or I might rent it at the Redbox. That's what I did with Morbius. I rented it on Redbox. Let me tell you, it's pretty good. Take that as you will.
You're probably the first person I've seen say that they like that movie.
Oh no, I don't like it. It's not good. It's not good.
Oh, wait, did you say... Wait, I heard you liked it. Did you say you didn't like it?
I did. Oh yeah, I said I didn't like it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I heard I liked it.
Oh no.
Because I'm deaf.
Oh no. Yeah, I said I didn't like it.
Oh, well then, never mind.
You should watch it anyway. It's one of those movies that it's not the best, but it's still enjoyable for not the reasons the creators intended, though. You know.
Like, what does "It's Morbin Time" mean? I have no idea.
It's supposed to be a reference to It's Morphing Time.
Yeah.
But
I get that.
I'm not gonna spoil it. You gotta find out for yourself.
Oh, I gotta watch it now. I thought that was just a joke.
Well,
It was like pretty random.
here's Morbius because of course. I had the Hasbro version, but then I decided to sell it because it was whatever.
I have the Hasbro version, right? It's up on the wall up there. I can't get it, but yeah, I have the Hasbro version. But that one looks pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. He just has like a rubber face though, which is kind of ripping. He had a button on the back, which I took off because that's kind of stupid. But his mouth would do like it would do that pretty much like it would do that. So that's pretty much all for this video. To be honest, I've been editing this for like 3 or 4 hours over the course of a couple days, and there's a lot of stuff, a lot of footage to go through, so I'm just going to end this video kind of abruptly here after talking about Morbius. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more stuff left. There's probably going to be maybe a third part, maybe a fourth part, I don't know. It just depends on how I'm going to edit these. I just don't want these videos to be like, you know, 2 hours long, so this one's cut down to about, from about like an hour and a half of footage to about 30 minutes. So I think that's a better length. But yeah, also I'm honestly just really tired and I kind of just want to, you know, finish this video so I have this footage done. But yeah, so that's over this video. If you liked it, be sure to let me know. Let me know if you like Mr. L on the channel, and go check out his channel too, because he has an edited version. He has a version that he edited as well, so ours is probably going to be different, maybe stuff here and there. But yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. Wow.